6:14 here on BT. We say good morning to Mike Epple with the latest in business news this morning. Good Wednesday morning? What day is it? Yes, Wednesday, Mike. Yeah. Think about it.
It blurs into each other, doesn't it?
They all blur together, especially if you've been home. I've been home. I actually was sick last week. I was watching a lot of Netflix. However, a lot of people are starting to dip out of that, and it's causing a bit of an effect when it comes to the markets for Netflix, as well as their subscribership.
Well, here's the deal. Netflix had been growing year over year, quarter to quarter, and, it shows some of them were, talked about, in the zeitgeist of the daily water cooler conversation. And I don't know if it has that buzz right now. And you look at Netflix's latest numbers, they lost 200,000 subscribers in the latest quarter. Some of that had to do with the fact they shut down their service in Russia. So, it's not inconsequential. At the same time, however, Netflix is doing a few things that they said they wouldn't do previous. That one is going to be a lower cost tier to subscribe that will include advertisements to offset that lower price point. Another thing they're doing is cracking down on password sharing. This has been that wasn't an issue when Netflix was growing rapidly. Yeah, sure, use the password, try it out. Maybe you'll subscribe. Now they're saying now that's going to be a thing of the past, or they'll try to get those people who are using other people's passwords to actually become new subscribers. I guess, Tammy, are we at peak subscriber?
Right, there's only so much you can do, right?
Exactly,
right.
And we've seen some of the newer entrants kind of go by the wayside. It's having, and Netflix, look, they've lost some big shows to the likes of Disney and other platforms, to the Peacock network, for example, in the United States. Disney's down 5% pre-market on Netflix just because they're looking at this going, maybe things are slowing. Netflix shares right now down 26% in pre-market action. That equivalent, that works out to an equivalency of about $45 billion in market value so far this morning. We'll see where it goes today. It'll likely not going to be a good day. A thumbs down or a poor review, whatever you want to call it.
A poor review, yeah. One star. One star. I'll give him 1 star for that.
1 star.
All right. Moving on to the housing market now. We know that we've seen already 2 interest rate hikes so far this year, likely more to come, already having an effect on the housing market itself.
Yeah, the March sales were slower than the previous month by about 5%. The Canada real estate, the national numbers indicate that, yes, the market's starting to feel the effects of mortgage rates going up. And really, we've only had a couple so far. But the biggest supply issue still, though, Tammy, is the fact there's still no supply. So the new listings were down. The overall sales results were down as a result. There wasn't anything to sell, so there weren't as many buyers, and everything just kind of slows down a little bit. Prices, though, keep going up because, again, anything that does come up gets a lot of bids because people, if they want to buy, they're saying, okay, we got to buy what's on the market, so let's get in now as opposed to waiting because who knows about tomorrow. So we're going to see an adjustment. It's going to take some time, but do not be surprised if unless there is a big issue, again, is the supply of the market. People are kind of sitting back going, should I sell? Do I want to list? And where do I move?
Right. Where do you go?
If I actually put my house on the market.
Absolutely. And we'll see how the new legislation from the Ontario government, if that comes into effect, what that will do for bidding.
The blind bidding thing.
Yeah, the blind bidding.
That's up to the seller's discretion. So who's going to do that?
Right. No seller really is going to say, yes, let's open it up.
Let's
right?
do that. Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Gas prices now, just moving on to that lastly. We saw a bit of a hike overnight.
A little bit, 7 cents to almost $1.85. If you can hold off, wait until tomorrow because we are expecting a price drop of 5 cents according to the early bird forecast from our friends at Enpro. And, look, the wholesale price for gas has gone up. Oil's gone up. The seasonal blend switchover has led to less supply. So, yeah, we're paying for it right now. And by the way, we'll get some inflation numbers later this morning from StatsCan, and we'll see for the month of March how much the rising price for gas jumped that inflation rate, likely going to be over 6% year over year for the first time in decades.
Wow. Just keeps on going up. All right. Thank you very much, Mike. We'll, of course, chat with you tomorrow and keep an eye on those inflation numbers. Thanks a lot.